Every morning before going to work, Marcus stopped at the same coffee shop. One large coffee, one pastry. Sometimes a bottle of water. The total was usually around $5. It didn't seem like much. $5 was nothing, Marcus thought. He spent more than that without even thinking. But one Monday morning, everything changed. Marcus was standing in line when he received a notification on his phone. His bank account balance was lower than he expected. He sighed. It was the same story every month. He worked hard. He earned a reasonable income. Yet somehow there was never enough money left. As he waited for his coffee, the woman standing behind him overheard him muttering, "Where does all my money go?" She smiled. "Would you really like to know?" Marcus turned around. "I'm sorry?" She pointed at the menu. "Start with that $5. Marcus laughed. "This? Yes. It's only $5. The woman smiled. "That's exactly why it matters." Marcus had no idea that this conversation would change the way he thought about money forever. The woman's name was Evelyn. She was retired and spent her mornings reading at the coffee shop. Marcus saw her there almost every day. A few mornings later, curiosity got the better of him. He walked over to her table. "Can I ask you something?" Evelyn looked up from her book. "You said $5 mattered." She closed her book. "How much do you think $5 a day is?" Marcus shrugged. "Not much." Evelyn pulled out a small notebook and began writing. $5 is 365 days equals 1 days 125 a year. Marcus leaned forward. "Okay, now imagine doing that for 10 years. 18 to 250, Evelyn said, and that's before considering what could happen if the money was invested. Marcus stared at the number. He had never thought about it that way. Evelyn smiled. Most people don't become broke because of one expensive purchase, and most people don't become wealthy because of one brilliant investment. She tapped the notebook. It usually happens through small decisions repeated for a long time. That morning, Evelyn gave Marcus a challenge. For the next 30 days, she said, invest $5 every day. Marcus laughed. $5? That's going to make me rich. No, Evelyn replied, but the habit might. Marcus thought about it. He could still buy coffee occasionally. He could still enjoy his life. But instead of spending $5 automatically every day, he would put that money toward his future. The next morning, Marcus opened an investment account. He transferred his first $5. The following day, another $5. Then another. At first, it felt almost pointless. His investment balance barely moved. After 1 week, he had invested only $35. After 1 month, $150. Marcus looked at the balance and sighed. That's not much. Evelyn smiled. You're still measuring progress by the amount. What should I measure it by? The fact that you've done it 30 days in a row. Months passed. Marcus continued investing. Some days, it was exactly $5. On better days, he added more, $10, $20, sometimes $50. But he never stopped the habit. Something strange began to happen. He started noticing other small expenses. He began asking himself one simple question before spending. Would I rather have this today or would I rather invest in my future? 1 year later, Marcus checked his investment account. Instead of pride, he panicked. The market had fallen. His investments were worth less. He immediately called Evelyn. I think I'm losing money. Evelyn laughed gently. Are you planning to sell? No. Then you haven't lost anything. Marcus, she said, you said you were investing for the future, not for next Tuesday. He became quiet. Marcus looked at his account again. Instead of stopping, he continued investing his $5 day after day. 5 years passed. Marcus was amazed at how much had changed, not overnight, not through luck, and certainly not through a huge salary. His income had increased slightly, but his greatest achievement wasn't how much he earned, it was how differently he behaved. His original $5-a-day habit had grown. Now he invested $10 a day whenever possible, sometimes more. Marcus no longer said, I can't afford to invest. He said, I always invest something. That small change in language changed everything. One evening, Marcus sat at his kitchen table, and looked at his investment history. He scrolled back to the first transaction. $5. He smiled. 10 years after meeting Evelyn, Marcus sat at the same coffee shop. This time, he wasn't alone. His son, Noah, sat across from him. "Dad," Noah said, "how did you start investing?" Marcus smiled. "With $5. Noah laughed. "That's it? That's it." Marcus pulled out his phone. The small daily habit had grown. Not because $5 created millions, but because that first $5 taught Marcus discipline. Noah looked thoughtful. "So what should I do?" Marcus smiled. "You don't have to start with $5. You can start with $1. The habit is the most important thing. If you learn to invest when you have a little, you'll know what to do when you have a lot." Years later, Marcus walked past the coffee shop. He remembered the day he had laughed at Evelyn. "It's only $5. How wrong he had been. Financial freedom isn't always built with dramatic decisions. Sometimes it begins with a choice so small that most people don't even notice it. Never underestimate a small beginning. Start with what you have. Invest consistently. The journey to financial freedom begins with just $5 a day.